Bobby Who?
Bobby what?
Damn.
This guy, Mr. B. I'm sorry to get loud.
Just gonna throw this lighter at you.
This story writes itself, and if they fuck this story up, dude, I literally have zero faith in anything WWE going forward. You know, I might use that exactly right there. I might just keep that. The following podcast is scheduled for one fall. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the MACKDOWN Podcast. Starring any combination of the following, introducing Mikey MacD, Mr. B, A.J. Mitchell, Cam, and Kimmy. It's the MACKDOWN Podcast. Welcome back, everybody. It's another edition of the MACKDOWN Podcast. We're actually episode number 25. So we wanted to do a little something special and try to incorporate some video, make this a little more interactive. So today in studio, as you can clearly see here, I got myself, Mikey MacD. To my right, I got Kimmy over there.
Hello.
Across the table, I got Mr. B.
What's going on?
And in the bubble, we got the reigning, defending MACKDOWN Fantasy Federation champion of the world, A.J. Mitchell.
As the shirt says, baby, it's such good shit. How you doing over here? The champ is here.
Giving him a little too much credit, guys.
This is number 25. The 2, the 5. We've incorporated them, and we are now 25 shows in. This is how we do it. This is how you like it. It is once again the MACKDOWN Podcast.
Nice, guys. What's up, man? This is cool.
How you doing?
Yeah, it is kind of cool.
This is actually going to be fun.
Now.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can just go walk around. You know, you don't even have to.
Well,
be
I mean,
in
just
frame
keep it
anymore,
off me real quick.
right?
You know, I'm doing all type of crazy stuff up here. I let the belt speak for me when I'm not there. My image is always going to be championship type image, as you can see.
Well,
but anyway, back to you guys in the studio. How you doing? How you doing?
Hey, you know, man, we're just hanging out. I keep looking. I got a habit of looking back to my left because, you know, that's usually where the Skype camera is. So, yeah, we're all here in studio and talking another great week in wrestling. So, obviously, we got a lot going on. And if someone's got his yard raked over there, I can pitch it over to him for AJ's yard.
Damn, we're going to go straight to AJ's yard? Okay,
That's
hold on.
hilarious.
AJ's going to come back in the yard. I know you're looking at all the championship material. In
Yeah,
there.
we are.
I'm just going to cruise on in WWE style with the Ric Flair. You see the gray sweatpants because that's how we do it. You got to be comfortable.
You're at home. You got to be comfy at home. You know?
I'm at home, and I'm with the title. How you doing? It's good to see you
This is great.
guys. Look at this.
25th episode.
I know, right?
Special edition.
I didn't think we would get video for a little while. I figured the video might take about 100 episodes or so. But hey, man, fuck it. You know, jump in.
Hey, listen, like we always say, you want to go to it, we'll go to it. It's the 25th edition of it is AJ Yard coming to you live from my studio, the Championship Hall. That's what we're going to call this. The League Hall of Championship Champions.
Hey, I
the
got a few
champion
belts over here,
of
too,
champions. I just love saying that word. But anyway, it's AJ's Yard. From Raw to Rampage and everything in between. We're going to hit you where it matters. Speaking of hit you where it matters, Bobby Who? Bobby what? Bobby who? Oh, yeah. This week on Raw, Brock Lesnar showed why he is one mic drop away from probably being the greatest of all time.
Wow.
Speaking of someone in that contendership for the greatest on time, NXT this week finally gave us that payoff we were looking for between AJ and Waller. Whatever. Only thing I'm interested in is the North American Championship run that Cameron Grimes might be getting to the moon.
Don't even matter.
And moving on to the new number one contender this week in AEW, we see Lance Archer. What?
Yeah,
Lance Archer,
number one contender too.
He is the number one contender for the AEW title, and that's going to leave us wondering where Hangman's going to hang in the balance. Ooh, you see what I did there? Speaking of hanging in the balance, hanging in there still, we're talking about the legend, the WWE diva herself. This week on SmackDown, Lita returned. She's looking good. Speaking of looking good, we got a good look at what the history between Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns is with that road to the Rumble coming to you live. It's going to be some serious warfare when them two meet one-on-one at the Rumble. Speaking of warfare, when two elements combine to make one, I'm talking about boom, Mr. Adam Cole, baby, and his baby, the DMD of AEW, Britt Baker. I know that together, but together they make me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. I'm starting to get those it couple, it's showing that they are good together. Everything in between, like I said, Raw to Rampage. We're going to give our takeaways for the week as well with our big four moments. We're going to talk about fantasy. That's why I got all the titles over here. I mean, come on. Your minds. I've already started sizing up my wrist for the mini that we were looking to get.
There's still 2 more quarters after this quarter left. So I mean, you ain't out of the weeds just yet.
Oh, man, I'm so far out of the weeds, I might as well be smoking them. Speaking of smoking them, we're going to talk about the winners and losers this week. So much more. It's the 25th edition of the MACKDOWN Podcast, baby. And that's me live from Championship Row at AJ's Yard. Back to you guys in studio right here on the MACKDOWN Podcast. Back to you guys.
Nice. That's
nice.
Awesome, man. Hey, man, I mean, I don't know where you guys want to start. Obviously, Brock and Bobby had a fun little promo this week on Raw. That was really one of the major takeaways, I thought. So, I don't know. What do you think?
Was
crazy,
we
can start with Raw.
Bobby who?
Bobby what?
Damn.
I'm not gonna lie. That whole promo, kudos to you, Brock.
Yeah.
First of all, because you just showed me something I already knew. I've already been a Brock Lesnar guy. You guys know that. Brock Lesnar is by far the most legit superstar on that roster, hands down.
Yeah.
You could put him up against anybody. He's beating them.
You could have him lead the Mount Rushmore and nobody could argue him off of that spot.
Exactly. Bobby Lashley, however, is proving week after week that he belongs, bro. He belongs. But Brock Lesnar on the microphone,
dude. So it's so good.
Yeah.
Like, why hasn't he been doing this before? We've been talking about that. Like, it's almost a shame he's been letting Paul Heyman talk for him for so long because, he's really good at it.
And everybody agrees, as you can hear, the heavens have chimed in and said, definitely, Kimmy, you are correct when it comes to that. I mean, I agree with you. There should be no reason that Brock shouldn't have talked for himself. However, Paul Heyman, it's Paul Heyman, bro. He is a mouthpiece for a reason, and given that element with Brock is just, it's great. It's such good shit, and that's what it was, such good shit.
Yeah, dude.
It is refreshing, though, to be honest with you.
It is.
Super refreshing.
Well, it's like, how come Brock hasn't been in this situation the whole time? Like, he's been able to cut promos, so like, where the fuck's has Brock been, forever? It doesn't make any sense.
Because he's a heel. He's a nasty, big, nasty, smack you in the mouth, bad baby heel. You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about over here. You don't need to say nothing when you can punch. Like Mike Tyson said, everybody got a plan until you get punched in the mouth.
That's true.
And guess what happened? Brock Lesnar punched a lot of people in the mouth before they could even say anything. So that's the good part of why Brock didn't need to talk. Adding this element to it, come on, that's money.
Yeah.
Yeah, that money. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I think him as a baby, he's got to talk on his own. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know, man. I feel like he's kind of playing those shades of gray right now. You know what I mean? He's kind of hit and miss. He's doing this like, Bobby Who. He's saying I'm like the greatest ever. You know what I mean? Basically. So I'll be really
Brock
curious to
Lesnar
see how
is
that fits.
smelling his own shit, and it smells like fucking roses. And guess what? It smells like roses to me, baby.
Hey.
I love you, Brock, and you're doing a great job.
Brock's
Don't
funny
stop.
and he's money.
Oh,
Yep, funny and he's money, baby.
That is
That's
so
how you
true.
do it.
That's what he said.
wow.
That's what he said. He said I would get excited if I was in the ring with Brock Lesnar too.
I think he's
Great.
overlooking him, dude. I really think Brock's overlooking Bobby because he's kind of playing that whole story of, what did you think about, Bobby Lashley winning that match? He's the new #1 contender. And he's like, tell Roman I'm going to see him on Friday night, basically. Just didn't even, just completely blew over the fact that Bobby Lashley was the #1 contender.
He's like,
And that's
anyway.
great.
Yeah.
That's great. I mean, but here's the deal. It's Brock Lesnar, bro.
Yeah.
It's Brock Lesnar.
He
You
does what he
over
wants.
Brock Lesnar, good job. You get a W over Brock Lesnar, good job.
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar can win every match. He can lose every match from here on out. He's still the baddest man on the planet.
He's Teflon.
And guess what?
Yeah.
And guess what? He ain't gonna lose. He's like Charlotte. You know what I mean? Who I think is gonna win the Women's Royal Rumble.
Well,
But
and
that's
is that the
another
reason
story.
why he's going to lose? Is because we're all like, he's not going to lose. Him and Roman are going to Mania. It makes no sense. Like, it's a no-brainer.
Oh, I told you what Mania is gonna be, bro. Mania is gonna be Bobby, Brock, and Roman for both belts. They tested it with Ronda, Charlotte, and Becky. And if the women could do it, you don't think the men could do that with Brock, Bobby, and Roman? What? Somebody gonna die. Somebody gonna die.
I mean, is that the match, though? I mean, you can't... I feel like you'd have to throw another one in there. I feel like you got to throw one more.
Ooh, Seth?
Seth would be the obvious... Yeah, he would be the obvious answer, right?
No.
No.
You got the two mainstays from Raw, the two mainstays from SmackDown, and they battle it out for winner takes all. You know what I mean?
I mean, maybe, but I just feel Bobby, Brock, Roman, that element is just like, man, throwing Seth in there is like, it's almost like throwing a little weasel in there, so to speak. And I mean, I get it, it's wrestling, yes, that's great, and probably your idea, in my opinion, would probably go further storyline wise than the three of them getting together and doing a dance. However,
Yeah.
personally, I just want to see a fight. And I think that right there, that's a fight right there. Because who's double teaming who? Each one of them can handle their own.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They can all hold their own, and they all beat each other. I mean, with the exception of once Bobby gets this W over Brock, maybe that puts him in that level. But I'm sorry, I just want to see them just try to. I want last man standing.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
All right, well, back
So yeah,
in.
Bobby Brock. Anything else that we take away from Raw? I mean, Bobby Brock definitely was the centerpiece.
RK Bro lost the tag titles.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
yes.
RK Bro lost the tag titles. I felt like that was pretty good, man, because you got to start developing a little more talent here and there. You know what I mean? And I think Otis and Gable are formidable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're both like on the Olympic. Well, I don't know if Otis was on the Olympic team, but Gable was. But Otis was he was a college wrestler, college athlete. So he was right here in Pueblo. Won a national championship
Oh
with
shit! I
them.
didn't know that.
Yeah, not to mention, his
I say
brother,
right here,
as you
but,
guys can see, his little
Colorado.
brother's on the screen right now. Otis's little brother right there, the MD. I'm kidding. we love you. We love you, Mr. Mac. But yeah, there you go. Put the lip up. The lip up. That stiff lower lip. How you got a stiff lower lip? You know what I mean? You never even heard that. That should be the gimmick for him, the stiff lower lip.
Lower lip.
Hey, ACDC had stiff upper lip. We'll coin
mean-
stiff lower lip.
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely. So I'm happy that they won the tag titles. Shout out, kudos to you guys. I know you guys are following us at MACKDOWN Podcast. So we definitely appreciate the fact that the WWE is pushing new talent. Hey, I told you guys, Gable was money. I thought he was Kurt's Jr. in the sense of he's got it, bro. He's got it. And this whole Masters, I'm the Masters and stuff like that. I love the little gimmick. He's got to stop kissing Otis. I have nothing against
Come
it.
on.
It just is unnecessary. But besides that, them being tag champs, Otis shed a tear. We saw you, Otis.
Hey,
you
man.
cried, boy.
I love that,
and
man.
I give it to you. I'd have cried too. I won the 24/7 title. I'm crying. Screw it. You know what I mean?
It's
Like,
a
it's
WWE
crazy.
title, man. It's everybody's
Yeah.
dream. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Shit.
definitely. Did he win it with his previous tag team?
No, he won a tag. No, they didn't even win the NXT championship, did they?
Nope.
So he's won the Money in the Bank and now this tag title. So.
I can see then, why he's like, finally. You know what I mean?
Right. Because Chad Gable didn't win with Jordan.
They won NXT. Yeah. No, they were SmackDown champs.
They won the SmackDown title?
I believe so. Yeah. I believe so.
We looked that up. Yeah, they probably did. And then Otis didn't win. Otis's big claim to fame up into Money in the Bank was the going through the Hell in a Cell. Mm-hmm. When he steamrolled all the way through it. That was his biggest moment up until he won the Hell in a Cell. And Mandy Rose, I guess you can say.
I would say, he won the Money in the Bank, and then Miz beat
him. And then he
won,
and then Miz.
Yeah.
I did see a little clip from the Women's Royal Rumble where Mandy got knocked out and she was like standing on Otis basically to not get eliminated. I was like, oh, that was cute.
Yeah, he just popped out from under the ring out of nowhere, just all of a sudden, poop.
I'm here to save you.
I'm glad that they had that little WrestleMania moment. Give it to Otis. Otis has had a couple of moments now, and now he can add WWE gold to it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So, shout out to Otis. Good job, you guys. I'm happy that you won the titles. Like I said, I'm not happy about the fantasy repercussions of this. Yes, bring it to me.
I wanted to give you full screen so you could go ahead and cry about this a little bit so we can see your tears.
We're going to cry when we talk about fantasy because last week was a travesty, Alexa Bliss. Okay?
You worked yourself into a shoot there, brother.
We're going to talk about this, especially, I see all y'all boxes. Who's above me? Kimmy's up here. Yeah, Kimmy, you over here. And then this guy. Wait, hold on. This guy, Mr. B. I'm sorry to get loud.
Just gonna throw this lighter at you.
Yeah. Hey, don't make me come up there. But anyway, so we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk when it comes to fantasy, and we're gonna get loud. But in the meantime,
you got all worked up.
I was not happy that RK Bro lost it. Do you guys see dissension though? Here's the real question: is this the beginning of the end of RK Bro?
I felt like within the past couple weeks when Riddle's been going to NXT and kind of not really focusing on the team like Randy's been telling him, storyline wise.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So there's, you can tell Randy's getting frustrated. So I'm hoping that by Rumble we get a full on split. You know what I mean? I want a full on split. Let's go ahead and propel this storyline to Mania because, we know Randy's going to be Randy and he'll be there for a while, but we got something that, you could create something here and Riddle could go off and turn mega heel, heel off on Randy.
Well, Riddle can do a lot as an independent. You know what I mean? He can do a lot just on his own. So I feel like that would be.
Well, I mean, Riddle won the United States title, so we know Riddle can do singles on his own. Hell, that program with Sheamus, I think, was one of his best programs that he had in a while, especially the payoff with the bro kick to the mouth upside down. Can't get enough of that. But honestly, at the end of the day, man, does Riddle go over?
I would, yeah. I would make him like a ruthless, because think about it. He's got all the chops, man. He's got the legitimate, MMA background, so he can just knock motherfuckers out for real.
Yeah,
right.
And if you make him a little more serious and put a little more edge on him, I think that he can step to anybody if that Riddle shows up,
Right, but is Riddle the heel here though? That's the question. I mean, is Randy?
Do
you heel out on Randy?
Yeah, I think so too.
Well, it would be new and fresh, because Randy is always the one that turns. Randy is always the one that heals out.
If it don't broke, don't fix it. I mean, that's great. Man. I love a heel Randy Orton.
Right, but it would just take Randy off guard, kind of deal. You know what I mean?
Well, and like you said, Riddle's kind of been off doing his own thing a little bit more often. You know what I mean? So.
Well, we know that was supposed to be Jeff, though, right? That was supposed to be Jeff with the.
You don't know
instead
that.
of Riddle.
You don't know that.
That wouldn't have worked like this has. That would have floundered so hard.
No, was the Shaman in NXT?
Oh,
yeah.
I thought you meant Riddle, or I thought you meant Randy and Jeff.
As a tag team.
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah. I was like, wow, that's weird. Yeah.
Nobody wants to see that.
No.
It'd be weird.
Yeah.
I feel like, okay, why are these two old ass guys doing this? Like, one more run? One more run.
I know.
All right.
No.
Speaking of one more run, it looks like Nikki Ash turned on Rhea.
Finally. We've been waiting for this for Kimmy for weeks and weeks and weeks now because, ever since she's paired up with Nikki ASH,
She died.
She pretty much has fallen so far down
I'm curious on Kimmy's thoughts on this, though, because that was your ride or die for a while there. I mean,
dude, because when she wasn't independent. Well, when we were last night talking about who else really is there to, compare to Charlotte, right? Because we were talking about AEW and Charlotte maybe. Okay. Dude, hello, Rhea Ripley. She's right fucking in front of you. She's right in front of you. Major fucking talent. You know
they
what
had
I mean?
a match at Mania
Hugely
too.
fucking popular and talent. Like, you know what I mean? Like, good in the ring. So it's like, why are they not building on her more? And they're like I get Bianca, and not that I don't appreciate her and what she does, but it's like they're kind of wringing it dry at this point.
Yeah.
And trying to make her like ever since when we were talking about Otis, what has Otis done? He made Bianca the strong woman, basically. Yeah. That's his role.
Yeah, because she
picks up everyone now.
She picked him up and ran around the ring, and
So anyway, I just think Bianca's not the only good talent, and Becky, but whatever. Like, I don't know, they're just letting Rhea die for some reason. Like, I don't really understand why.
It's almost like they want us to kind of like this is their way of kind of having us forget about her a little bit.
It's
almost
weird.
like taking her kind of away. I don't know. Who knows?
To do what? Bring her back when she's already there? Like, they're just kind of making a joke out of the whole thing, and it's really annoying.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean, Rhea should have been the one to turn. I'm sorry. I don't like Nikki as this superhero bad guy, Homelander meets WWE.
If they bring back the crazy Nikki, then this would make sense.
Yes.
They should. Yes. That's exactly what they should transition back to. And that's
why that always worked for me.
Well, I think they're playing Nikki as the heel because she's like jealous. Right? Because she's almost like jealous of Rhea.
Jealous of her size, jealous of her popularity.
Right. And so, and she's always like feeling bad about herself. So now she's almost like a jealous little sister that's like trying to ruin her life. It's weird.
Well, and leave it to Vince too to make the biggest person on the roster your babyface when in reality they should be your heel, because how do you garner sympathy when you're a giant, when you got little 5' nothings running at you, just flick them off like you can't, you know what I mean? It's hard to build sympathy that way.
She did hit her in the throat, though. She gave her a double axe throat thrust. I mean, that'd put anybody down.
Well, I'm just saying, it's Vince's philosophy to keep the giant's babyface. It's the Hogan mentality.
The way she did it. Let Cara come and hit me in the throat like that, man. I'll probably go down.
You'd block it.
I probably would block it and then just
ninja moves.
It's the Cam. Speaking of Cam, previously booked.
Yeah, he's booked. Cam's booked.
Yep.
His power's out.
As usual. Well, speaking of booked, looks like we're going to be finally seeing the end of the AJ Waller situation. If you guys want to move on to NXT, or are we still touching on Raw? I mean, anything else you want to take away from Raw?
I don't think so.
Alexa Bliss returned.
Oh, she did.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
How could I forget?
Yeah.
How could I?
Look at you getting all worked up over something that was almost guaranteed to happen, but we needed a backup contingency plan just in case, and you didn't even want to give me a backup plan. This guy over here.
No problem, Brock.
Mr. B, he said it right.
I think we finally determined, Mr. B was pissed because AJ's he's like, so wait, that's not the rule? Because I was under the impression that was the rule. So AJ, what are you even confused about?
AJ just don't want to get anybody closer to his title reign. That's all. I get it, man. I get it.
Not at all. Like I said, I'm
not
letting fantasy
at all.
speak for
Not
itself.
AJ.
I call
AJ. Not at all.
Baby.
I call bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh, please, Mr. B, listen, we're not asking what the B in the Mr. B stands for. What we're looking for is an understanding that the championship speaks for itself, the champion speaks for himself, and the board speaks for itself.
Well, hey.
So with that being said,
I mean,
so what was the whole big fucking deal last week then?
The deal
he just didn't want me to have a backup. That's all it was.
It was Alexa was coming back.
Right, but it wasn't guaranteed, so we had to have a backup plan.
It wasn't
officially
a backup plan.
Let's not
but
start
anyway,
this again.
Yeah, we're going to move on from there.
Advertise her in any way, shape, or form if she was
They
not
advertise
coming
people
back.
all the time. They've been advertising fucking Veer for goddamn 2 months, and he ain't been on the show yet.
Oh yeah,
Dude,
with his
let's just put it this
luxurious
way.
hair. I
Yeah.
love that.
Before we move on, yes. what the fuck is that about?
Well, hey, if you had him, those don't count as points. So, you know what I mean? Like
that last video package where he said coming soon, right? That was the last time you got.
Yeah, and that exact same thing's been playing for 2 fucking months.
It really has.
So
did they still play it again? Is this still playing? Because I thought
periodically, just here and there, but I haven't seen it in a while.
Yeah,
he'll probably debut like next week.
Like, did they just cut him?
He'll probably show up in the Rumble, dude.
Oh yeah, true story, huh?
And win it, bro.
Nuh-uh, stop. Don't.
No, I don't think that's going to happen.
Well, hey, the only thing else I had for Raw, Seth had a very decisive win over Big E. He hit him with a fucking nice little sequence and then stomped him and pinned him. And it was just like bang, 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 and on to the next. So, and speaking of on to the next.
That just moved Big E down to the roster, in my opinion.
He just went down to the bottom of the world champion contender barrel. You know what I mean? He's above a singles, but he's still,
In less than 2 weeks, you Jinder Mahal'd, bro.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Speaking of Jinder Mahaling, we're going to move on to next.
Next.
NXT.
And we can next from next, too, because that's how much I care about it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, NXT featured, finally we got the payoff for Waller and AJ. And
they actually had a decent match. I'm not going to say anything negative about the match.
Okay, good, because you saw it.
I did
with that
watch
being
it.
said, with that being said, are we done with AJ Waller? Is this it?
No, he's going to continue to terrorize the locker room and shit. And he'll probably pop up on Raw a few more times, maybe even SmackDown. Just go pick on someone. Vince obviously likes this dude. He likes his character, so. Who knows, man? Hey, for fantasy, I mean, he might be one to look at. He might be on 2 or 3 shows a fucking week, depending on what's going on. So
true story.
Definitely.
He just wears boxing gear, but he's not a boxer in any way, shape, or form. So it's kind of weird.
Well, it's kind of like
he's trying to be Hook.
Hook does that, yeah.
Yeah, but AJ. I don't know. Hook has a different look. Poet didn't know it.
Upstairs. How you doing up there? How you doing?
Yeah, it's like pound down.
Yeah, pound up, pound down, pound up, pound down.
But yeah, so outside of that, the only other takeaway was Cameron Grimes came out. He did have a match. He won, and he declared he's coming after the North American title. I almost said NA title because that's how
I know, right?
Down.
That's how I wrote it down too.
The
nah title.
It does say nah.
Yeah,
right
that's exactly how I wrote it. But yeah, so that's kind of that was it. That was the only takeaways. I could care less about the Del Fantasma angle. I don't care about really any of the other shit. Who's stepping to Braun Breaker? You know what I mean? That's really the.
How long until they bring him up? You think, or are they just gonna leave him in NXT for a while?
Dude, he'll probably be in the Rumble.
He's gonna be in NXT for a little bit. They're gonna let him cook a little bit down there.
Motherfucker won the title in 10 matches, dude. So I mean, they're pushing him quick as fuck. He's a Steiner. Come on.
He's a Steiner.
You could be Goldberg.
True.
You could be their Goldberg.
Yeah.
You don't want to be. I'm not gonna lie. I am liking the Cameron Grimes North American Championship run. I feel like that's a good way for Cameron Grimes to move up to the NXT title.
Yeah.
I feel Cameron Grimes is gonna be kind of one of those long ones that are gonna be in NXT for a little bit to cook. I hope
he might be a
get
mainstay
the
there. You know.
I hope he doesn't get the
he's
Velveteen
been there
treatment.
for a very long time already.
Yeah.
Comparatively, how most people he's like Gargano and like Ciampa.
Yeah.
You know, he kind of.
I mean, I could see him as a mainstay there, just as like
What about Ciampa? You see him moving up to the main roster now? Or?
They just had him on main event.
Did he?
He just had a match on main event, and he had his beard all dyed, so no more gray in his beard.
No more gray.
Yeah, they took all the gray out. They're like, if you're gonna be on the main event, main roster,
you can't look.
You
old.
can't fucking look old. That's Edge's thing. That's his thing.
Yeah, that's Edge. The grit.
You can't have 2 edges in the building.
Yeah.
That's Edge's thing.
No, only a little bit of grit. We don't like a lot of grit.
Yeah,
That's hilarious.
That's crazy. Well, I mean, that's your 2 takeaways from NXT. I mean, definitely Cameron Grimes going in there, like we said, to be good. I think this is the end for AJ v. Waller, but like you said,
I see what you're saying. Yeah,
but I think Waller definitely will terrorize. He is going to be a nice counter for Austin Theory. I feel like they both are going to move up that roster and both take that spot. Austin Theory and Waller, don't be surprised if 2 to 3 years, that's all we're talking about.
You talking about like having them fighting against each other? Because I think that Austin Theory right now is one of those forever heels. You know what I mean? Just because he's a chicken shit heel right now. You know what I mean? And he's kind of playing that role great.
I mean, so much as far as that's another story they're building. You know what I mean? You build Austin, Rock,
I could see them as
and
a tag
Triple
team.
H. But I'm saying you build Austin, Rock, and Triple H. 2 out of 3 of those guys were heels at individual moments. 2 of those guys were faces at individual moments. You know what I mean? You can build 2 heels up and still have a face like a Braun Breaker that you're building up to eventually correspond against those guys.
You could flip. Yeah, you could flip one for sure.
So like I said, that's where your WrestleMania is going to. Your WrestleMania is going to a Braun Breaker versus Austin Theory as your main event. Your WrestleMania
nobody wants to see that shit.
Not yet. Did you want to see Roman versus Seth when they came in as the Shield when they first started? Hell no. You're like, who are these guys? Where's
right,
John?
but it didn't take long. It didn't take long to establish them on the like their position on the roster. They came in like gangbusters.
In NXT first, though. Look at everything they had to go through in NXT. Roman was with the Usos originally in NXT. If you want to think about it, with Florida Championship Wrestling. You know what I mean? Look how long it took for Seth to break through the NXT to get to WWE.
I don't think it took that long, man. He wasn't there for very long before they pulled all them up. You know what I mean? It was a year, maybe.
Okay, but and you got to think about it in this aspect, though. They were still FCW guys.
Yeah, they were FCW a little bit before that. I mean, I don't know how long they were in FCW before they transitioned to NXT. I mean, it's
same thing with the
legit
girls.
the same. It's the same thing.
Right, same thing with the girls. Look how long it took Bayley to come.
Bayley specifically took forever, but
Bayley,
I think they kept Bayley there because maybe they seen her as like one of those the gatekeepers, so to speak. You know what I mean? Like
trying to build new talent.
She's gonna help train them. She's gonna get them ready for that next level. You know what I mean?
Until they were just like, she's too good for that.
Yeah, you got to get her on TV. Yeah.
So now we're at that aspect where
that's what happened to Serena Deeb. She got stuck trainer. Yeah. Now she's in AEW.
Oh, weird.
Right, exactly. Now she's in AEW. So that's where we're at with that when it comes to that. In my opinion, NXT has definitely got to start stepping up their game. I'm sorry, but Braun Breaker is a great character. You just don't have, in my opinion, anybody for him yet. And if you're going to put a Waller up for him, Waller's got to spend more time at home and not go to other people's house and try to pick on people. That's not how you make a star. You don't make a star by having him bounce around all over the place. You have him stay focal point, have a good storyline, have a good actual match with someone who's going to give you the overall being of saying, hey, I can produce, I can do, and I can make.
Well, and do you think that with Vince McMahon's mentality, he likes to do the 50-50 booking bullshit, and he doesn't want to necessarily keep any one person strong? I feel like NXT might be his way to kind of teeter off of that a little bit because it's not his primary show. WWE is like NFL or fucking anything else where, you got your college level or whatever, which would be NXT, and then you got your mains, but it's a completely different ball game. You know what I mean?
I think it's the right comparison. NFL, WWE, because whatever team is hot,
the parity is so high in the NFL. Like, look at the playoffs right now. It's like there's so many good teams that are, there's so many good teams. Any team can win the Super Bowl that's in the fucking playoffs right now.
You wasn't talking about the Bengals 2 years ago. You wasn't talking about the Bengals.
Why are you trying to hurt my personal feelings? What the fuck?
Oh yeah, Raider fan.
God, just like
they just got beat.
I mean,
it was a good game though.
Here's the deal: when you have a sucky team, you have a sucky team. My team got hurt, beat the fuck down, and dragged through the mud. Yes, greatness recognized greatness, but you know what? But you know what's on there? The TB12 is on there. So let's go Bucks. First of all. Secondly,
jumper.
Jumper. I'm rooting for my boy. I'm rooting for my boy. That's like if my brother, you know my brother right now.
You said the Bucks, not Brady.
I'll throw some shade out there. You know my brother right now. My brother looks like he's about to be NBA bound. We all know who you are. Dylan, I love you, my bro.
Yeah.
You gonna make it. You know what I mean? But my team is the Nets. If he get drafted by the motherfucking Rockets, guess what? Go Rockets.
Yeah,
okay?
I'll become a Rockets fan for sure.
Definitely, because that's family. You know what I mean? And you know what? Tom Brady might not be family, but Tom Brady, I love you, baby.
I was just about to say, did he just compare Tom Brady to his family?
Yes, I did. I did.
You know what? Tom Brady's family. That's it. follow
Tom
him where
Brady's
he
family.
goes.
And I love you. You can follow him at TB12. You can follow me at Drewlowski. You can follow all of us at the MACKDOwn Podcast.
It's actually
At
MACKDOwn Podcast.
At MACKDOwn.
Drop.
I feel like I fuck that up every single week. I fuck that up.
Well, I took one of VMD's lines of the week. There you go.
That's okay.
Taking somebody else's line, huh?
Hey,
Story
it's all of our lines. So you know what I mean? Like this is our baby.
This is one big long.
Well, speaking of
continuous
lines,
line.
the number 1 line has been drawn in front of Lance Archer because he is the number 1 contender for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. Hangman Lance Archer, is that money? Go.
No, it's not money. and here's the thing, dude. Here's the thing. I feel like it's a transitional thing right now. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because what they're doing is they're going to start feeding monsters to Hangman to try to get, they're going to try to really establish him and try to give him a good title run, even though I feel like it's been kind of squandered already. Squandered?
Daniel
Floundered a little bit.
Squandered
run,
is
bro.
good.
Squandered, yes.
But it's just, I don't know, man. It feels lackluster. It doesn't feel, to me, it doesn't feel like it's been a really steady pace. You know what I mean? You've put Bryan Danielson in front of him a couple times. They've had good matches, don't get me wrong, but now it's, he should be competing almost every week to really establish his, where he's at. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Can I tell you the truth? Here's the truth. And you know it, and I know it. Bryan Danielson should have freaking won the damn title.
You think? Yeah.
Sorry.
I think it was too soon for those two to be feuding, I felt.
Well, yeah, because Daniel Bryanson's next. Plain and simple. Why put him with the champion now? You know who you should have had him beating up on? Adam Cole. Adam Cole Hangman would have been better for Cole losing because Cole can lose that match.
Yeah.
Daniel Bryan losing that match didn't help Hangman. It made Hangman kind of like, now what?
Yeah.
You kind of did the now what?
Yeah, I feel the same way.
If Shawn would have beat Taker at WrestleMania, now what? The first time.
Yeah.
Then you run it back.
Which they did.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, if he would have won the first time, it would have been like, oh, well, then there's no point in Taker fighting him and beating him this time.
I felt Archer should have been his first feud.
Yeah,
Hangman.
great. Yes, you're right.
Yeah, that would have been better.
That big guy and all.
Yeah.
He's been out for a while, so he could be, ring rust and
Yeah.
Got to work your way back up the card too. Can't just jump in there like that.
Yeah.
No, I agree with you, Mr. B. I think Archer should have won some big number 1 contender shit, won that, ran it back on Archer. Then they could have fed him Brian Cage. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
a
dude.
little bit bigger,
feed him monsters,
stronger.
man. Give him the Hogan treatment, just monster after monster after monster.
And then Brian Cage could have went face. He could have got Hobbs now. Hobbs could be messing with him right now. This powerhouse Hobbs. Yeah. Then you come back and you say, you know what? You beat all the big guys. Now fight Bryan Danielson.
Yeah, because Bryan Danielson should have. Bryan Danielson should have came in fighting Adam Cole like that. That should have been
right.
That should have been the program because they had that story. They touched on the story on SmackDown, which me as a fan, I was like, holy fuck, we're at that fork in the road again. You know what I mean? Where we can go this way and make a lot of pro wrestling magic, or we can continue and take this way to the sports entertainment aspect, you know what I mean?
But you want to heal Bryan Danielson, bro, and the only way you're going to get a heel Bryan Danielson is you have him heel out on the champ.
Yeah, but the heel came out of nowhere. They should have kept him as a babyface, and then you got Adam Cole as a heel. You fucking have them do their thing, and tell the story, kind of establish Bryan Danielson on your program, and now he fights Hangman, I feel like they're kind of rushing too quick. They're falling into the same category of give us everything too quick, too soon. Mm-hmm. It's too much to digest, Give us little pieces at a time.
It should have been Danielson getting handed down by the Super Elite and all this shit. Hangman comes in for the save. Then it's Hangman and Bryan versus all these guys. They taking them out. They doing all that stuff. And then, bam, you finally get the heel turn with Daniel on the champ after everything is said and done. After they done beat the Super Elite, done all that stuff like that. Because he beat Kenny Omega. Why not keep the henchmen coming at him once Kenny's gone? Okay, here's a new group in town. We're coming at Hangman. We're bringing the belt back to the Elite. No. Yeah. What do? You sit there and you have him fight somebody else who don't even freaking matter. Daniel Bryanson should have came in there as the face for the save. They should have saved each other. Should have been saving Daniel Bryan Danielson, Hangman, all that shit. All that should have happened. I'm sorry. I'm getting fired up over here. AEW missed the boat on this. They missed it on it, and they had it right and perfectly. You jumped too soon. You got all happy. You had a heart on, and you didn't know how to control yourself. Put it back in your pants. Put it back in your pants. That's all I got to say about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Smelling my rib. Let me feel my belt. Let me calm myself down a little bit.
Fantasy booking. That's why, hey, man, if anybody's listening, we're for hire. Just saying.
Dude, yeah.
We will come in and help write some stories. I feel like wrestling fans should be a part of it. Like real hardcore wrestling fans should be a part.
Well, because you know the psychology more, and also
just we know what we like. You know,
well, and how to make a swerve without making it obvious, or making it obvious. Like you kind of see it coming, but it's done so well that it's
Yeah, and you make it that way, or you don't. Like you said, or you just completely hit a swerve. It's just about placing it where it makes sense. You know what I mean? Making it make sense.
I mean, look at this for example.
It's like catching
momentum. Guys sat there. AEW sat there and they took the title off Sammy Guevara to give it to Cody in this big old thing, right? Look what happened. They put the shit right back on Sammy.
That literally is like one of the worst storylines they've had yet.
Yeah.
It's Sammy's money.
Right, but the money. Like if we knew that Cody was coming back next week, well, as we sit here and record this, it is what is the date? The 15th?
15th, yeah.
So
15th, yeah.
As we record this, it's the 15th. Right, and Cody's coming back next week. Yeah, Cody's coming back next week.
Yeah, so what was the point of even having the interim?
Right, and he's being billed as the TNT champion.
Exactly.
So now when he comes back, now we got this, all of a sudden we got this belt versus belt out of nowhere in a 3-week story. I don't know, man.
Just to put the belt back on Cody.
Yeah.
So then what? Take Sammy back off TV? Y'all missed the boat with Sammy Guevara too, because Sammy Guevara should be on every single commercial, picture-in-picture, with a goddamn sign in his hand, never speaking.
Yeah.
Well, and let me ask you this too, because like I know it's a different type of championship, but like okay, so like Roman was out sick. They're not like that's it. We're gonna have an interim fucking champion.
Universal champ.
He's back now the next week though. So like. What?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Like,
it's rushed.
If he was gone for an extended period of time, makes sense.
Yeah, if he was gone for like a month.
Right.
But it's 2 weeks.
Like, exactly. So it's like, why are you having him?
You got these guys who don't even defend their belt for like 6 Shinsuke motherfucking Nakamura. Okay? King Shotzi. He King Shotzi the damn Intercontinental title out the motherfucking picture. Who's he fighting? We saw him on SmackDown.
Sammy's the number one contender.
Yeah. Sammy's the number one contender right now. Yeah.
And they made Rick Boogs cut his hair, which I'm pissed about, by the way.
Oh my God! Are we doing AEW?
He looks like Rick Rude. Yeah, there was really nothing else for AEW for me. Brody King debuted. That was in the House of Black. Outside of that, dude,
CM Punk and Wardlow.
Oh, powerbomb.
Yeah, there's some dissension there too. Wardlow and I feel like MJF are about to they're about to split.
Yeah,
they
have to, right?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I think Wardlow can be on a rocket ship right now, man.
Yeah, they've already planted the seed with the attitude.
And the crowd is counting now. The crowd is starting to count with him every time he power bombs. 1, 2.
Oh my
so
God,
that's
bro,
becoming a thing now, dude.
You're saying who do you put him against? What do you mean, AJ? Like
everybody.
Yeah, like he's
No, but I'm saying like I mean, it's gonna be Ryback, bro. You guys don't understand. Wardlow is going to fucking become Ryback if he goes down this path.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, dude, no, I don't agree with that at all.
Oh my God, you don't.
I don't agree with that at all because there's
first of all,
nothing
Wardlow
goofy
is like
about Wardlow.
very good looking. Exactly, he's not like a total goofball.
Yeah, and I was saying the chicks dig Wardlow, so I mean he's gonna.
Hot, so
dude, he could be
Hey,
their
you
Roman.
guys talk about that way with the chicks. I can talk that way about the dudes because you look at fucking Ryback and you're like goofy motherfucker.
That motherfucker looks like
yeah,
Shrek.
he's ripped. He's totally ripped. But yeah, I mean,
this motherfucker said Shrek. I can't.
If he didn't have all those muscles, it'd be a totally different story.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
but I mean,
skip
Wardlow's
Sheffield.
like cute either way. You know what I mean?
Wardlow could be their Roman, like legit. I mean,
my God, yeah,
I feel
totally.
like he could be like that. He could be that uber heel, that badass that the chicks are all like,
oh my God.
But he's just a fucking bad guy. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Wardlow's gonna be, if anything, he's gonna be Batista. If anything.
Well, you
It's
could
gonna
play
be
up
more
to
of
that because the best heels make the best baby faces. So I feel like hopefully they have him get on this super long he'll run, even if it's just with the TNT title. Let him hold the TNT title like RVD did for ECW.
It's got to be all. It's got to be all or nothing, bro. If you're gonna push him to be your
why
megastar,
does it got to be all right now, though?
Say it again.
Why does it got to be all right now? Why can't you just build? Why can't you build to this?
It doesn't. Just have him keep Ryback his way to Batista and then call it a day. Yeah, I'm telling you, he's gonna be Ryback to begin with, though, bro. It's gonna be.
Do you think he'll be babyface or heel because he's turning on MJF? Because everyone fucking hates MJF.
He's already on a face. He's on a slow build to becoming a babyface now. Like the crowd's already starting to get really behind him. So it's kind of like Hook. Hook does not portray a babyface in any way, shape, or form, but the crowd's like, fuck yeah, this dude's badass.
He's like a Stone Cold.
He's like a Shades of Grey.
I'm not comparing him to Stone Cold in any way. I'm just...
Well, I compared him to like fucking Kurt Angle and Brock Lesnar after listening to the other podcasts. I was like, oh my God.
Okay.
A lot of praise. But I mean, we're talking about him with these names. I'm just saying, like, obviously there's something here. You know what I mean? So
anyway, but I like Wardlow, so...
I like Wardlow too. I think he's on the path to...
I am ready for him to do his own thing.
Yeah, I'm ready for him to split.
I know AJ doesn't agree, but...
No, I agree.
You're wrong.
He does need to do
I mean, you're wrong.
Hey. But anyway, like I said, I think it is cool, calm, and collective for Wardlow to be on the right trajectory. I just don't want him to get stuck in that Ryback,
I don't think he's going to, man.
Yeah.
I don't think he would allow that, dude.
It's all about the booking, guys, and we know AEW is either hit or miss.
Well,
they're either good or they're not.
He's very full. I'm not going to say he's full of himself, but he knows what he is, and he knows what he wants. Basically, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, are these interviews, shoot? Are they not? Are they kayfabe? I don't know, but a lot of them on like Busted Open Radio and shit. He knows what he wants to do, man. He wants to be a world champion. He wants to be at the top of the card, and it sounds like he's very diplomatic as far as like not afraid to kind of speak up and be like, "Hey, I want to be a world champion. That's why I'm here. I'm fighting for this, and if you're not going to do it, I'll go do it somewhere else." I don't think so, man.
Big Show's
Big Show is goofy as fuck, too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
the ultimate goof.
Want me to take a fall? I'll take the fall. Yeah, Stone Cold can just beat my ass, sir.
He's the gimmick.
That's the second goofy motherfucker he's compared Wardlow to.
I know, right? He just don't like Wardlow.
You just don't like Wardlow, bro.
No, I have nothing against Wardlow. Wardlow's great.
Wardlow's great. He's great.
He's great. I have Wardlow friends. Okay, it's like one of those things. I have black friends too. Okay.
You do have black friends? I'm surprised.
Yeah, I know, right? I don't.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, I do. Mike, Mr.
Oh yeah,
Mr. The MD. He got his black card recently, so.
Hey, Planet Fitness.
God
Shout out to Planet Fitness.
You did get your black card here.
At MACKDOWN Podcast. Oh my God. Well, speaking of following us, Lita has returned, and I say that because I follow Lita and she follows us at MACKDOWN Podcast. So Lita returns. She gets in the face of Charlotte. What do you guys think? She's looking good.
I think that they're just throwing a bunch of. Well, here, let me choose my words carefully here.
Yeah,
they are throwing a lot of stuff at the wall to see what sticks before Rumble because their whole roster's been flipped upside down. I feel like they really had big plans for Toni, or at least had her written in up to this point. So since now that she's gone, they're kind of like, well, we don't really have any direction as far as who's going to fight Charlotte. I'm sure they're kind of figuring it out now. Yeah. But I feel like they're kind of throwing a bunch of shit at the wall to see what sticks, and fuck it. Why not throw Lita in there with Charlotte? It's something new. We've really never seen it. We just said that Lita was the one that handed the belt to Charlotte when they transitioned from the Divas title to the women's title at WrestleMania 32.
Okay,
so there's little callbacks here and there.
You know what? Charlotte's winning the Royal Rumble, bro. They can throw Lita at her.
Oh my God.
They can throw Trish at her. They can throw my black ass at her.
It's going to be Nikki Bella, bro.
The Royal Rumble. She's going to be the first ever champion to win the Royal Rumble. She's going to challenge Becky. I'm telling you.
I really hope that's the case. So if that happens,
me too.
All championships.
We'll do a what was it called? A holler back.
A holler back episode.
We'll do a holler back episode on this, and
yeah, shout out to our subscribers.
Yeah, episodes 21 to 25, baby. When we became legal, AJ got on the Beagle and told you what was gonna happen.
Poet didn't know it. Poet did know it.
It's not a spoiler. It is the truth, baby.
The truth. It's a prediction.
I'm just hoping Charlotte gets a lot of eliminations.
Yeah. Since we agreed, what is it? Did we say 1 point per elimination?
1 point per elimination.
And then -3 when your ass go over the damn top rope.
Hey, but that's a loss for a match.
But that's zero. Really, it's zero because you get 3 points for the match and then -3 for the loss. So it's it's zero really.
It's a wish wash.
Zero. It's always zero. It's a wish wash, right?
Hey, I'd rather have that than -2. So
just put it in my face. Anyway, moving on.
So so Lita came back. She looking good. That's great about her. So the road to Rumble, Seth and Roman, they pretty much just...
Before we go to Seth and Roman, sorry to just cut you off right there.
No. Go for it.
So King Woods is out. So he's hurt for a little bit.
Yes, so I will have to swap him out.
Yeah, we'll have to swap him out.
Shout out to Cam's Corner. Cam did send us via the MACKDOWN podcast group chat text that we are. That's private. We can't have everybody a part of that. It's only,
I've only posted one screenshot on Instagram. So if you're interested.
Yes, definitely.
I mean, we can definitely throw that crazy shit up there. I mean, why not?
Hey, I've done it.
You can always throw it in there. We put some crazy stuff in there. We'll put it on there and show you guys. Leave it to her upstairs. The man, the woman upstairs, not the man upstairs, but the woman upstairs is gonna make it happen. That's how we do it. So definitely, King Woods is definitely out. They made it official. I believe it's a foot injury. Him
it's
and
like foot or Achilles or something, right? Hopefully it's not Achilles because that's what just kept him out for all that time before he came back. So hopefully he didn't fuck that up.
Right, it's a foot injury. They said him and that guy who plays for the Tennessee Titans, they both got that same injury.
Oh, okay. Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
That guy.
Yeah, Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
So many injuries this week, including King Woods.
It's like everybody's getting hurt. Yeah. But So back to Seth and Roman, AJ.
Yeah, so Seth and Roman, so we know the history between them. We've always said it, and I think me and DMD definitely agreed that it should have definitely been Roman to turn from the beginning. It just everybody else will disagree with us who disagrees with us, but I know it should have been Roman. Be that as it may, we're here now. We're everything has corrected itself, as they say. The universe has been made whole again. We are about to see Roman Reigns. We're about to see Seth Rollins, and we're about to see them burn it down. I personally know that Roman Reigns is going to go over. I personally know that. However, what are you guys' thoughts about Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, one-on-one?
I wrote down they're gonna steal wrestling.
Oh,
they're not just going to steal the show. They're not going to steal the week. They're going to steal the entire fucking industry right now because, number one, dude, this is a 10-year storyline, right?
Pretty much.
Close to it. I mean, if we're counting FCW and everything, right? I mean, we're going back to
13 years.
So it's over a decade though, right? But this story writes itself. And if they fuck this story up, dude, I literally have zero faith in anything WWE going forward, dude.
I know, right?
Well, I got zero faith, man.
Here's the deal. You know for a fact that Seth, after that shit with the Fiend, Seth even said it on the damn Stone Cold podcast that he had enough. If Vince McMahon wasn't going to listen to him about the way a storyline should happen and his input on it, that he was done. You know what I mean? He got heat. That was real heat. That was hot.
Yeah.
Like fire. We're talking about Harlem heat, 110th Street.
That was
you know what I mean? Talking about that type of heat, my friend. That's what was going on. So I feel like Vince took their input more on this particular storyline because that's what Vince wants. We know that's what Vince wants you to have an input on what's going on with your career. Vince wants you to put that fire on it.
Well, not to mention, dude, we're getting all these great promos on AEW right now, and that's what everybody's talking about. Is like, dude, that Punk and MJF, we're still talking about that shit. You know what I mean? So that's the element I feel like that's really missing, is like they do a ton of promos on WWE, but they're literally pointless and senseless, and none of them make a fuck. You know what I mean?
The relevancy is irrelevant. It's irrelevant.
Yeah, dude, it's just blah, 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 words, who cares? You know what I mean? Like, there's no substance to it. So now, you know, to me, Seth and Roman, I feel like are going to kind of, I'm not going to say go off script, but they're going to
work together to make it good.
Yeah, I think they're going to work together. You can't, you know, if you're out there on live television, what did Bruce say? If you're willing to take the tongue lashing, then, hey, just make it good. You know what I mean? So... yeah. It's a live mic, you know what I mean? Go out there and do what you want.
Got a quick question for you guys, sidebar.
Yeah.
Same category, but do you think Seth would be where he is now had Roman turned instead?
Ooh.
I feel like he would be, because I feel like Seth would have been on the rise to an uber babyface star power. Because if you have Roman, right? Roman comes in, beats the shit out of him with the chair, aligns himself with the authority. He's already a gigantic dude. He doesn't need lackeys. You know, he doesn't need help. And that's why it would have garnered more heat. So Seth being the smaller guy, he's going to now rise from the ashes. So you can still have the burn it down and the whole thing, because he's going to fucking wreck the whole system.
Yeah.
So they could have just kind of skipped forward to that aspect.
Yeah.
And then we could have got heel Seth and you know, cash in Money in the Bank Seth later. You know what I mean?
And you could have still had a heel Seth. Seth could have turned on Dean. Seth could have turned on Dean at the end. What? Roman was right. This is dead weight. And you know what else he's right about? You're the dead weight, Dean.
So speaking of Dean Ambrose, I did actually read something where he's making a return, not to AEW though, but to
almost like a tour.
Yeah, let me pull it back up here. I think what was it? It's that promotion that
GCW.
There you go, GCW.
There we go. Thank you, sir.
Yep. Game Changer Wrestling.
Yeah, he'll defend the title versus Homicide, it says.
Homicide? Well, yeah, and I think it's a tour too, so he's kind of coming back. He's not going to come back to full on television for AEW yet.
So it's just kind of his way of putting his feet back in, essentially.
Yeah, he's going to dip his toes back in the water and see how it is, and then they'll be back. You know. Okay. Then he'll go back to AEW TV, and hopefully him and Hangman start their program, because that's way better than Lance Archer and you know, whoever else the fuck he's trying to do right now.
Well, speaking of AEW TV, Kimmy, great transition over to AEW. Adam Cole,
baby,
and DMD, his baby, are doing the on-screen thing.
Yeah. Do you think this is to counteract Ms. Maurice and
no,
Beth
I don't
and
think
Edge?
so.
No,
I don't think so. I think it's just straight up.
Well, they don't really have any couple things on the program right now. You know what I mean?
Penelope Ford and
Kip Sabian or whatever.
Kip Sabian, but he's been off for a while.
Oh, the Bunny and the Blade.
And the Bunny and the Blade. Well, they haven't really mentioned their relationship on the show, have they?
Yeah, no, it's implied. I think it's implied because because they're always together and everything. You know what I mean? But it's kind of, for the wrestling fans in AEW, like
why
pretty
isn't
much
it Sammy and Ty Conte?
I was about to say
they post everything on Instagram.
Dude, that is the most annoying thing ever. By the way,
every picture they take ever, they upload it to fucking.
Even people make that comment. They're like, "So you're gonna post every single picture you take together from now on?"
Well, here's the deal. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I feel kind of bad that his relationship with Ty Conti, in everybody's eye, has ruined his relationship with him and his ex. Although we don't know. I don't know. Sammy, I don't know. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Yeah, we don't know how it ended. You know what I mean? We don't know how the relationship ended. We don't know the circumstances. Maybe he broke up with her the right way. Like none of that's getting reported.
We don't know.
You know what I mean? We have no idea.
The fans just want to troll. You fans want to troll and sit there and make him feel like shit because his heart is where it's at.
Listen,
we just report shit on the internet.
I don't even think it's that for me personally, because I don't post a ton of shit of my relationship online. I'm more of a private person, so I think that's why I'm like, ugh.
Wait, Kimmy, you dating somebody?
I know, right? You guys didn't
know? Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So, with that being said, I think personally, Sammy Guevara should be using this as a catalyst, as an edge and leader thing, like you said before, Mr. Mac.
I was going to say, we were talking about that the other night, yeah.
Right? I do believe that would be great, especially with the title. Come on, bro.
Well, see, here's the thing, though.
Cody.
He's going to be...
You, Cody Rhodes.
He would be a super heel. If they did that, they would be like a super heel couple. And I don't think that's what they want for Sammy right now. I think that they still want Sammy to be on that babyface rise, and it's like, man, sometimes, dude, you got to flip the script kind of whenever it makes sense. And yeah, their whole thing right now has Edge Lita vibes from back in the day when all that heat was on them, and it's like, fuck it, use it, utilize it. Ty Conti's
really good too at what she does. So
right, so
and she's talking mad shit online too. Like,
check this out. Ty Conti turns heel. Beats Jade Cargill.
Ooh.
Ty Conti, TBS champion. Fucking Sammy Guevara, TNT champion.
Power
They
couple.
are the real TV couple, baby. They will be the Superstation. Screw that. I would love it. I would see it. I'd watch it.
I would like it if they were heels. If they did it in a heel manner, I feel like that would work a lot better. It would be way more organic, and then they could really like feed into it.
And the only time you see them together is them kissing with signs on fucking picture-in-picture, the way Sammy should be presented the entire
You think that's the only way
time.
He should do interviews is that way. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't agree. I mean, it's unique. It's definitely unique.
It is funny. It is. It could be a stick.
That'd be great gimmick.
It could replace the panda head.
Yeah. It could be like his new little corners that little thing right there.
Yeah, definitely.
The fucking sponsors probably hate it though, because they're like, bro, you're literally having to look away from my ad to read what the fuck he's doing right now.
Which is fine. I mean, it's AEW competing against their own freaking advertisers.
Yeah.
Screw that. I mean, my God, you did a Domino's commercial in picture while freaking Jericho was getting pizza sliced across his damn head.
Listen, I think that was kind of a coincidence. Like, had to be a coincidence, right? It's not like they planned to have the Domino's commercial at the exact moment the dude happens to be using
hilarious.
That can't be worse than the Pizza Hut commercial match.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
WWE had.
That's the worst shit ever, dude.
I mean, at least they tried to do it a little discreetly, right?
Like, that was all you just set up for it. And they had pizza and everything out there.
It was a legit 25-minute commercial is what it was for Pizza Hut. It's ridiculous.
It was stupid. It wasn't worth it.
But keep your singles champion off the program. No big deal.
But speaking of which, we talking about teaming up. Adam Cole did team up with his girl. That's great on screen. We do have the new tag team champions defending their belt against the Dark Order. What'd you guys take away from that? I mean,
I feel like they're transition champions right now. You know what I mean?
Ooh.
Like, I feel like
Are you serious?
Yeah, I feel like they're transition champions because I don't know, dude. I just feel like Jungle Boy is bigger than this spot that he's in right now. Granted, he's a tag team champion. That's a big spot. Don't get me wrong, but I just feel like the dynamic is just kind of separating, I should say.
Well, maybe they're taking their time, and exactly. Maybe they're not. They're just moving towards that. You know what I mean? They did give them each separate names. And
they're not like quote unquote the Jurassic Express anymore. And when Marco Stunt's now officially gone, so like that, they're like, well, fuck it, we'll just keep them individuals and have them, move on at some point. I don't know. Well, like I said, I'm ready for Jungle Boy to kind of start his own little thing.
As a person who can legitimately say I am the tag team champion, I definitely am sad that. They are, in your opinion, a transitional champion.
I'm the tag team champion.
I'm the tag team champion. No, okay. Yes,
I mean, actually, your tag team lost the championship.
Yeah, so
I know. I did have all the tag team titles
not anymore,
across the board, with the exception of the NXT tag team titles.
That is true.
I did have them all.
And
but
the
now,
AEW tag team.
Well, he got them now. He got
now you got them, but before you didn't have them.
But before Monday, I was the tag team champion, like
bastard,
hands down. I had all the major tag team titles. So
any fucking way.
Yeah.
Enough with your gloating and your bullshit.
Wow. Hey.
Talking all that shit.
But yeah. But outside of that, Rampage was okay. I mean, I felt like they put on a decent match. You know, I don't like the fact that the Dark Order they're the number one contender. Like, I get it. It's a match on TV. Cool. Feed them opponents. But, you know, Tony Khan, I will say this. On Busted Open on Friday, Tony Khan came on and basically tried to say how Adam Cole and Trent Beretta was going to be like one of the greatest things, and we should all be super excited for it. Also, he's trying to build up the Dark Order. They're the number one contenders. They've won the last 10 matches in a row, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, they will never be a serious contender in my eyes. I'm sorry. That tag team does nothing for me at all.
No, nothing whatsoever. And here's the deal. Honestly, the real tag team that I think is going to come out smelling like roses at the end of this is the Acclaim. I personally think the Acclaim is on a rocket ship level. The raps are great. It's hilarious. Me as a quote unquote wannabe freestylist, I think that shit is funny all day. And that last video that came out with them definitely is great. They've got to stop scissoring the fans, though. Please stop doing that. That's weird.
I think it's unique. Let them do it.
I know, because
nobody else scissors the fans.
It makes my inside of my hand itch. Like, I just immediately start like, it's weird. It's fucking weird. Like when they Acclaimed, and then he's like, and I'm like, oh, why are you doing that? That's weird, bro.
That's why, man. It makes you feel some kind of way. They're gonna keep doing it. It's garnering a reaction.
That video was really funny, though. I will admit it. With
Sting
them dressed up as
with Sting and Darby Allin.
Yeah.
And I feel like Sting giving them the rub real quick is great. Sting and Darby Allin need to stop being a tag team. That's just not cool.
Yeah,
they wear face paint. That's the only similarities they got.
Exactly.
Otherwise, it's like a giant versus a small, little
throw
person.
Thunder Rosa in there, and then it's Sting and his kids. Like, I guess I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
But it's just Darby Allin, in my opinion, needs to probably go to dark, so I don't have to see him, and then Sting just needs to go to commentary or something.
Sting needs to go away, man.
Stop.
Yeah, he's
go right off into the sunset.
Yeah.
But back to, like I was saying, the Acclaim, making me insane, making me think about things in my brain. It's the Acclaim, and they are going to be, in my opinion, the tag team champions. They actually might even be the next tag team on AJ's fantasy list. Speaking of which, if you guys have nothing else for Rampage...
Nope. There was no Hook. That's the only thing. No Hook this week.
There's no Hook. Hey, look, personally, as a hooker, I'm very disappointed that he was not on Hook. That he was not on Rampage.
So weird. I don't understand that. God. Anyway.
Yes. I'm a hooker, and I'm proud to admit it, baby.
I said hooker I was last week, too. So
life.
All hookers unite.
For life.
Well, I won't say.
You're like that guy that gets married after like 2 months. You're like, for life, I love you. Let's get married.
Don't be that person.
Hey, Kimmy, we don't talk about people's personal life on the show. We talked about that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Please, don't talk about my personal.
Yeah, Thursday nights are wild.
Thursday nights, baby. Wild
Deep
time
cut.
at Richmond High. Speaking of wild times, it's time once again, ladies and gentlemen, for fantasy. It's the MACKDOwn Fantasy Wrestling League, brought to you by the
Fantasy
MACKDOwn
Wrestling Federation.
Podcast at MACKDOwn Podcast. If you want to see scores and more, you can follow us right on the MACKDOwn Podcast, and you can see that the champ is here.
Boo.
I'll be a dirty, nasty heel, baby. Mr. VMD, if you don't mind talking about the board. It's right back to you, sir.
Well, as you can see, right up in the top right corner of Mr. B's head right there, we do have the board, but, with all of our handwriting, because, I haven't done it digitally yet. But, so this week was, AJ doing AJ things, continuing that rise and that separation. He got 28 points. He led the week. Cam and I were tied at 21 points, so not respectable scores, man. I haven't had 20 plus in a while. Mr. B coming out of the week with 4 points, and Kimmy with the third week in a row in the negatives, -2 points. She going backwards.
Yeah, exactly. Can Cam and I switch hands? Like, is that allowed?
In a couple weeks, yeah.
I mean, I'm like so fucking irritated right now by because dude, I have powerhouses on my fucking list.
Yeah, dude.
Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Like, it is making me so angry. Like, yeah, okay, Rhea Ripley, what, in the last couple weeks now is going to be off on her own doing her own thing.
And here's the question. I have a question for you.
Roman got sick.
So is Ray hurt? I mean, because they keep showing that he's going to be in the Rumble, right? Like they're advertising him and Dominic in the Royal Rumble. So but they're not on the show.
Dude, I should have just kept fucking Sasha Banks in and I'd have 0 points right now.
Yeah, true.
Seriously, I'm so irritated. Like, can I put her back? Can I put her back in?
Well, here's the question. Here's the question. If she's hurt, and then if the Mysterios, if Ray is legitimately out, we don't know this. We get an alternate in there.
No.
That's right, because you got a tag team. That's right.
Remember, I had to do that with the Usos when Jay got hurt.
That was the rule. Yes, sir.
All right.
So you got Dominic right now, I guess, right?
You got
great.
Dominic.
So -2 either way. Okay.
I love it for me. It's so nice.
So that was the weekly turnout. So as it sits now for the quarter leads, I had to redo some math because Mike and math, the double M's.
Mike and math, baby.
Might as well be double F's. But so we got everything. We got everything rearranged. It's all correct now. So currently in the lead, Mr. AJ with 181. Then we got Cam in second place with 120. I am in third place with 116. Mr. B in fourth place with 88. And Kimmy in last place with 69.
I'm back in the 60s, just like I said.
Into the 60s.
Kimmy got all the way up to what, like 90, I think it was, right?
Something like that. Yeah, and then she started getting like -7, -6, -2.
Yeah. Then you just got super kicked off the top of the ladder through a table on fire. She got Cody'd.
Dude, legit sucks. I'm not gonna lie.
And apparently Rhea is your Brandy Rhodes and just put all 2 things of
Rhea has disappeared, man.
So is Roman. Roman disappeared too.
Yeah, because Roman got a total of 16 points right now. Because all the board is 100% correct, by the way. Everything is added, everything is subtracted.
Yeah, dude, all my team is shit.
But hey, just think about it. We only got 2 more weeks until the Rumble, and then we draft.
And then it all gets
we draft.
Yeah, and then AJ can be like, "I'm the fucking champ of quarter 2."
And still.
I'm sour.
Look,
sour grapes over here.
It's not over yet. It's not over yet because I mean,
me and Mr. B the same. Okay.
Yeah.
It's only going to take 2 bad weeks to really
I broke 100 and now I'm back down to 88.
I'm not even. I broke 70 and now I'm back to.
Yeah, there's really no way that you're going to lose this.
I'm 18 points away from breaking 200 in a quarter, bro. That's
dude.
Big.
Look at your overall. Can we go over the overall?
Oh, the total.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Okay, so Mr. B right now is in last at 216 because of course you're still making up that deficit, which you are doing, and then it's gonna be Mikey MacD at 3. No, excuse me, it's myself at 289, and then Mikey MacD at 305, then Cam at 353. And then AJ at a whopping 418 overall points.
Damn. Yes. I'll take the screen from here now, Kimmy.
You got it.
Yeah, you got the screen.
As the champion, I would like to thank
we're doing
this.
No, cut him off. That's it. No. You don't get your fucking, not until the end of the quarter, okay? Some shit could still fucking change. Look, that overall, of course, is for the mini, and we still got 2 quarters to go, so things can definitely turn around.
Yeah.
They definitely can. And I haven't.
I should put a camera on the board.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
We definitely need a board. Yeah.
We need that board in the middle of the screen, right where you put that thing right here. Where you put this way. Okay. Right here.
There you go.
You put the board to fantasy.
I could do that. Yeah, for future, and then just switch it over. Yeah.
Switch it over. Right. Yeah.
This is the first time we're crawling right now. We're crawling. Yeah.
I feel like I'm just gonna go backwards from here though because I got to put Miro in over King Wood.
Where's Miro?
He hasn't. He has not been on the show. Like they've had a couple vignettes here and there, but it's mainly been.
It's a couple weeks. I'm drowning at this point. I'm at the point where I'm like, I'm about to get fired. It's fine. I'm just going to fucking.
I'm just waiting for draft time.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah. We got 2 more weeks.
Waiting from solidifying that first round pick,
Yeah.
So with the exception of
of
myself, who might keep one person, I don't think any of you guys are keeping anybody, right?
I'm dropping everybody.
Yeah, I think I'm going to drop everyone.
It's a clean slate. The whole team's
Yeah, dude, because
gone.
look, Roman got me 2 points. Like, I can do much better than this. I can do so much better than this. I'm doing some research. I'm trying to count some numbers. I'm trying to see what the fuck.
I've been trying to keep track. I'm not writing it down, and I was curious on if I should do that. Just build like an Excel spreadsheet and do every motherfucker.
Yeah.
But man, honestly, that's just too much. It's literally too much.
Yeah.
It's literally too much. Now, if I could plug it in to where it would just be an automated thing, then fine.
Well, we can't trust AJ to watch fucking NXT. And,
I know, he can't even watch the players that he's drafted.
Jesus Christ.
I know, right? I just keep winning. I'm sorry. I have it on autopilot.
I swear to God.
Give me like, I'm going to come down there.
I'm losing my shit over here. You know what? Here, I'm just going to hold on to my title.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Oh, it's so cute. It's so cute. Look at that little thing. Oh.
Hey man, that is probably the best mini I've seen in a long time, though.
So pretty.
So Kimmy, could you imagine what the big version of that shit must look
Dude.
like?
Oh my God, I bet it's huge.
And I bet it's got to be like
so pretty,
insanely. Yeah, look at that. Hang on, let's see.
Go to the big screen. Oh, look at that,
dude. And all the jewels are like perfectly inlaid, like. The NXT piece, like behind the NXT, it's like an acrylic almost. It's like a candy color.
Unboxing live at MACKDOWN Podcast.
Thing,
I love it.
But then the strap itself is like, it's not even white. It's like a pearl. It's like a white pearl, silver. I can't really explain it, but it's pretty as fuck, dude.
It is literally white pearl. Like it is like icy white.
Yeah, it's like icy white. Yep.
Icy white. Icy white. I say that every day.
It is pretty. I'm going to hold it on my shoulder, make myself feel better.
There you go.
There you go.
Mr. B got his behind him, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Mr. B are the tag. We are the tag.
Yeah.
We're champions of the world. I can't even get it straight. Okay, hold on. There we go. I got to stop.
Yeah. The minis are badass, dude. I'm not going to lie. I love the little minis.
I love them.
In fact.
Yeah, I really want another one for the end of the fucking year, but, I'm over here fucking drowning.
Yeah. Oh, it's the GOAT.
Look at that.
Which one are you going to pick, AJ, if you win? I'm curious.
The one that matched what's on my shoulder right now.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely want to get the mini version of this.
The John Cena sucks? Okay.
Wow.
Okay, sorry. I didn't mean it.
Hey, shout out to John Cena and the
at?
Peacemaker, by the way.
Oh, Peacemaker.
He is a good actor. I'm not going to lie.
I do recommend anybody to watch that, especially the opening number of the show. I don't know if anybody's seen it yet.
I watched it.
It is just too much. I
the opening intro is kind of funny.
He said it is just too much.
It's just all the characters dancing in the beginning. Just dancing.
I got to listen to AJ live time as this shit's going on, and he was losing his shit for like the first 20 minutes.
It's because there was titties.
Well, not only the part about the titties, which, yeah, of course, there's titties. AJ's going to be very excited. The fact that John Cena is just, dude, he's so freaking awesome as far as his talent range.
Yeah, I'd say commitment. The committed is probably the best word for that whole thing.
Yeah, he is very committed to the character.
He goes all in, right? And it's funny. Marvel turned him down for Deadpool. He wanted to do Deadpool.
Oh wow!
And they pick Ryan Reynolds. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, Ryan Reynolds fits the type better though. I mean,
I agree.
Just based on his body, like his build and everything. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, because John Cena would have been fucking jacked running through there as Deadpool, dude. Yeah.
Trying to fight freaking Thanos and shit.
Yeah.
But him as Peacemaker, I think it's definitely titled correctly. It says John Cena plays the best worst superhero of all time. I think it is.
It's an interesting way to say it. Yeah.
They titled that correctly. So definitely. But yeah, so there's fantasy, guys. Once again, the champ is here.
Well, I mean, right now the way it looks, AJ is going to kind of ride off into the sunset with this quarter.
Yeah, I know.
Keep the belt, and then we're going to have to fucking. Hey, we start off fresh though. You know what I mean? So we start off fresh. So
yeah, I'm ready to drop every fucking buddy.
Yeah,
I'm going to figure out who I want.
I don't know. I may keep Charlotte. I don't know. It's just
Charlotte would.
She's only got you 12 points. You know what I mean?
That's the only thing too. That's why I'm like.
She doesn't have like hardly any matches. It
and
seems
I
like
feel like Big E is just gonna slowly go to the back burner.
I'll be curious to see after the draft how many people are going to have some of the older people on their team, or if it's going to be fresh and new. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. I'm curious.
Honestly,
we could make it to where it's
think,
like if you've picked them once, you can't pick them again. Like if they've been picked, you can't pick them again. You know what I mean?
On my team is Adam Cole right now.
I'm just throwing shit out there. Adam Cole is he is point wise. He's got 46 points total, which leads the board right now.
And I just put him in. Remember, I just put him in at Survivor Series.
Dude, your scores are ridiculous. You got 42, 32, 27, 46, and 34. Whereas, like, if we go to, like, mine, I got, really just 1, 11, 24, 14, 26.
Oh, my God.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm pretty much doubling your
Kimmy
score.
got 21, 16, 15, 8, 11. Yeah, dude.
My God. So I'm doubling everybody.
Actually, I'm sorry. Seth Rollins is fucking leading the points right now. He's got 49 points.
Yeah, he's killing it, too.
And that's on Cam's team, right?
Yeah, Cam got him. And dude, Seth is the one keeping Cam in the running because otherwise Braun's killing it for him and Becky's scoring pretty decently.
You think he's going to keep Seth?
Yeah.
I would, yeah. I mean, Braun Breaker, I mean, they got, they're building him, but Seth is on both shows right now, so it's like, yeah, fucking, you got no choice.
Yep. That's why I'm keeping Adam Cole, because Adam Cole's on both shows, and he's having matches on both shows.
Yeah.
And winning those matches on said
Well, and
shows.
see, Adam Cole is one of those that benefit from both shows, because if he's not wrestling on one, he's got a promo on the other.
Yep.
So he's on both shows consistently every week.
I think I have some ideas of who I'm going to pick up, but
we'll
see.
I mean, we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see. It's going to be.
We will see.
It's going to be very interesting. So.
Oh fuck!
But that's all I have for fantasy. I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say. With that being said, I guess
we
can move on to the moments of the week, man. So, this week was big. We had a lot of things happen this week. We had a lot of stuff that we felt was big, was not. I mean, we skipped over a couple of things. I'll just go over a couple of things we may have skipped over. Sleeping Girl debuts on NXT. We totally forgot to talk about that. She sucks. She sucks.
I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. She does not suck, but that character is fucking stupid.
Yeah, it's weird.
She's good, but that character is terrible.
SmackDown introduced new number one contenders for the tag team titles. Anything on that? Viking Raiders.
No. It's just something.
Tag
team wrestling in WWE is terrible. I hate it. It's so far departed from what it used to be, But
yeah.
Yeah, I could definitely get that.
I'm glad that the Viking Raiders are going to get their just due, man, because
are they though?
Get their moment in the sun.
Are they though?
Well, they'll have a match.
Yeah. Oh, they'll have a match. Is that a moment in the sun in the world of WWE?
Yeah.
You get a match.
A title match.
Yeah.
A title match on the Big Four pay-per-view. Yeah. I would say that's a pretty good little.
Oh yeah, true story. True story. Title match.
They're gonna obviously lose. Okay. Anyway.
That's fine.
All right.
Ms. Maurice and Edge and Beth.
Don't care.
That's coming to a close at the Rumble. Any thoughts?
I'm ready for it to be done so we can move on to the next.
I'm so over it already. Like, Maurice is pissing me off with the whole, like, I'm going to run away all the time. And, like what?
There's nothing that's happening that's making me go, okay, that's turned me. I want to see that now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, in fact, if anything, I'm getting driven farther away.
Yeah.
Like, I already didn't care about it. Now I care even less about it.
Yeah.
Well, I was kind of excited about it at the beginning.
I was going to say, I was kind of excited about it too at the beginning.
Yeah, like, because when Mr. B's like, oh yeah, Beth's coming back, I'm like, fuck yeah, and then they can do this, and we kind of had that whole, because the storyline itself is cool, but the way that Maurice is acting in the storyline, I'm not down with it, because she always talks about, oh, I need more respect as a wrestler, and I'm a champion, and blah, 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 whatever. But then this whole time, she's playing this whole kind of like, I don't know, sheepish, kind of like, I'm scared.
She's like, she's talking the big game, but then she's like, no, I don't want to do it.
Yeah, and then just walks out on Miz, which I get. And, like, I think, like AJ said, it's almost like their shtick is going to be, like, doing shit together terribly. You know what I'm saying? Like, losing and all that.
Which is great, and I feel that works for them. I mean,
they're heels, you know what I mean?
You're right, it's entertaining.
Yeah.
Definitely. Well, with that being said, I mean, that was pretty much the week in what we like to call wrestling.
Yeah.
So with the week completely put forth in front of us, it's time for the takeaway of the week. It's time for the Big Four moment.
We'll get music for this. I'm gonna use some like old 80s WrestleMania-ish music for that. I might use that exactly right there. I might just keep that.
Big Four line. We're going to start it off with Mr. B. What is your Big Four takeaway of the week, sir?
I don't know.
I was not prepared.
I was not prepared this week.
There was a lot that happened.
Anything you took away from this week, Mr. B?
Anything that we've spoken about that maybe pops out in your mind?
What stood out to you the most? How about the fact that your fantasy wrestling team sucks?
That's his Big Four. That's his winner.
On the big screen.
On the big screen. Nah, I don't know. I didn't really get to watch much wrestling this week, so what would I say SmackDown was probably the best show this week.
Okay. All right.
SmackDown, I agree, did have a good show this week.
You enjoyed what they're putting together as far as making
between the two shows that Raw and SmackDown. SmackDown is just doing a lot better, and the NXT just, I don't know, floundering.
It's terrible. Man. It's garbage.
I haven't really watched much of NXT lately, just because I lost interest in it now.
Same.
Oh, I mean, plus we are playoff football right now, so that definitely helps.
That is very true. That is very true.
Definitely. Well,
even though playoff football ain't on Tuesday, so it really don't matter. But
it really don't even matter.
It's not even competing.
Speaking of playoffs, something that I don't know if you will ever be able to come to when it comes to fantasy, especially wrestling, Mr. VMD. But what was your takeaway this week?
Well, to be honest with you, my takeaway. So the big thing for me this week is I am genuinely excited for. I am genuinely excited for Seth and Roman. I feel like it's like I said before, man. It's gonna steal the industry. Like, it's a 10-year built-in storyline. WWE cannot. There's no fucking way they can fuck this up. So.
There's no
WWE, bro.
fucking way.
There's no fucking way they can fuck this up. But I mean, I was apprehensive about the whole story at first, because they kind of just, all of a sudden Seth shows up and he's like, just laughing everywhere and shit.
Yeah.
So it's like weird, okay, and then it was out of nowhere. But Drew was hurt, so they had to flip and do something. So it seems like they're all in with Roman and Seth. They didn't even mention Brock. Well, they mentioned Brock on TV, but I mean, there was no they weren't really saying anything about Brock and Roman. So it was all strictly Seth and Roman. So I'm excited about it. It made me kind of turn the way I feel about it. The promo I thought was really good. Seth's like, I created you, I can destroy you type of shit.
Woo!
And then Roman's like, I'm God mode now. You know what I mean? Like all that shit. So, that was my takeaway for the week. Was I'm super excited for Seth and Roman. I feel like this has been the program they should have been going back to forever, since they've been together right now. So they should be like magnets, man.
This mofo said, I created you.
Yep.
I will destroy. That's something I say to my kids.
I was just about to say, I made you.
I brought you in. I'll take you out.
I'll take you out. My mama said that to me once.
my mama said.
My mama. Speaking of my mama, I love her. How you doing, mama? I know you listening, because my mama definitely follows us at MACKDOWN Podcast, and I know your mama definitely follows us at MACKDOWN Podcast upstairs. There, Kimmy. What was your takeaway this week?
Alexa Bliss coming back.
Yes.
Due to the whole argument previously.
Yes.
That shit made me laugh when she came out. I'm like, well, there it is. Obviously, it's
AJ was just unwilling to let me, because he knew I was going to take Brock, and he just absolutely did not want that.
That's why.
And the fact that he argued so hard to keep me against the rules, to keep me from getting points, just seems a little bitch made.
This is why. Because he's afraid if you actually were able to keep Brock on your roster, and then draft comes around, now Brock's your keeper, he's like, motherfucker. I know that's probably why. Because, dude, the moment you're like Brock Lesnar, he's like, you barely got the word Lesnar out of your mouth. He's like, of course course you would choose Brock Lesnar. Of course that's the one you're going to pick.
So we had that whole roundabout argument all for you
nothing.
to not want me to take Brock.
It was for something. It was to prove to you that I was right. Alexa is and
okay,
was
and what if she didn't show up? Then what?
Then you
got all that egg on your face and you look super silly. But even still, you still have egg on your face because you were battling against the rules, so you could benefit in your favor. I get it, man. It's okay. It's all good. You skirt.
I never go against the rules. I enforce them just as hard as you do, and I knew Alexa was coming back. And secondly, I don't mind having egg on my face. That's an exfoliant, and it makes it nice and smooth, baby. Just like this title belt on my shoulder. It is all good for me.
I don't know if egg is good for your face. Just a disclaimer, like don't be putting egg on your face just because AJ said so.
No, it definitely is. It's a nice little wash. It gets it out. It gets that. It exfoliates.
Are you sure that's not why you get you got them spots?
What spots?
Uh-oh.
We don't talk about people's personal life on the podcast.
We didn't. Yeah.
Wow. Right. First of all, there's no spots. Smooth, chocolatey,
smooth like butter.
Lovely, mocha like butter. That's how we do it. With that being said, my takeaway for the week.
Yes.
I'll just throw it to myself. You can just put me on the box. Thank you. My takeaway this week, Brock Lesnar. I think you are God's gift to WWE fans who are still on the fence of why we still watch this bullshit. First of all,
I know,
Brock, right? Brock, you surprise me. I'm not very surprised very often. Shit. But Brock Lesnar, you surprised me this week. Your promo was great. Your interaction was great. The whole thing is great. Brock, win or lose against Bobby, you still my bro. You still my man. I'm still going to Suplex City. You want to take me there? I'll go there. I'll take the ride. I 100% think Brock Lesnar is the winner this week, and the only loser this week is the people who didn't see him. That's all I got to say about that. Back to you guys in studio.
Back to us in studio.
It's a pretty good 4, you know?
There you go.
Yeah. Pretty diverse.
Diverse. Yeah, it is very diverse.
There's that word again. That fucking word again. Diversity. There he is. Look at him. Whoa.
My
big screen. Big screen.
Yeah.
He's like, look at how smooth, like a baby's ass.
Smoosh, 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 smoosh.
Oh. Okay, yes.
He's like, babies' asses also have shit on them. So.
I think they definitely can.
Like, ooh. But you know what? I'll take it.
Well, hey, I know we teased last week about a watch along, so I think we're gonna keep that for next week. Start the show off with that next week, unless you guys want to go ahead and finish up with that.
Oh no, we already picked it, right? It's Alpha Academy versus the FTR, or
if you guys want to call it here, we definitely can. Otherwise, we can take a brief intermission, get it all set up, and come back. So it's totally up to you. Time is it now? 2:15. How long have we been doing this? About an hour and a half, 2 hours?
I don't know. How long does it say on your screen, AJ? How long we been on the phone? Well, it'll probably say way long for the Skype.
Oh, 2:26.
Oh,
okay,
so probably
really,
about an hour 45, I would say, maybe.
Yeah.
All right, we'll save it for next week then.
Let's save it for next week.
Yeah, this has been a nice, 25th episode special edition of the MACKDOWN podcast with all of our faces. You know. Love it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Glad to,
It's that championship edition right here.
We've been inspired by our subscribers to get some video, so there you go.
That's right, man. Hey, I get it. Sometimes you don't want to just look at like a screen that just doesn't move,
Exactly.
Sometimes I've made it interactive with the little drop down boxes and shit, which I might still add that with this one. We'll see.
They want to see the beauty, and that's what we put Kimmy on it. So there you have it.
I'll say, damn sure ain't for me.
Oh, well, I mean, I was going to say it myself, but I didn't want to be that conceited.
Well, you got the butter soft skin with the egg exfoliate, so.
Oh, it's definitely good. I love it.
Is AJ a chocolate cookie?
I know, right?
Yeah, call me. I got the cake, baby. We don't leave it. I'm in the bubble.
All right. Well,
in your own little bubble.
So next week we'll watch. We'll start the show off with the watch along, NXT Takeover, the Revival versus Alpha Academy.
Yes.
It's a great match.
I'm cool.
WrestleMania, for the WrestleMania 32 weekend.
Yes, I can't wait to see it again.
But yeah, so well, I guess if that's everything, guys, we're gonna wrap this bitch up.
Hell yeah.
For everybody at MACKDOWN Podcast, myself, Mikey MacD, for Kimmy, for Mr. B, for the champ.
Yes, sir. I'm here. They don't even speak. People. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even know. Mike is like, for this person, for that person, who?
I didn't know I had to say my name again. Like, yeah, me.
I know,
me.
right?
Yeah, it's not an introduction. It's a fucking goodbye.
That is true. Goodbye. All right, for everybody here at MACKDOWN Podcast, we're out of here. I'm ringing this fucking bell.
Bye-bye.
We're out.
Follow us.
Bye.
Yeah, follow us, like, subscribe, share, comment, all that good shit.
I love you.
Bye-bye.
You're trying to get that last fucking word in. You gotta get that last fucking word in.
As always. Every time.
He's like, I love you. Come on.
Ruby!